This is a Nosebleed perspective. Welcome and thank you guys for listening. Make sure you guys subscribe to our channel, a Nosebleed Perspective on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And also, if you listen to podcasts, we're on Spotify, so all of our episodes will be on there. This week we're going to be doing a pick'ems, and this is something we're probably going to continue on for as long as we can. We're going to take into account the spread of each game, since the NFL is 7 days out at the time of this recording. So by the time it's released, it's going to be about football season. So here we go, boys. I'm pretty stoked. Football season is here. We're going to do our pick'ems. Take it for what you want if you're listening. And we'll start off with week 1. And we're going to go with the first game of the season. Gibby, your Kansas City Chiefs play the Houston Texans week 1. And the spread is, the Houston Texans have 9.5 points. They're plus 9.5. Who do you boys have for this first matchup of the 2020 season?
The home of the Chiefs. I'm going with the Chiefs with the 9.5 point spread. I think it's just going to take time for the Texans to get their new running back, their new wide receivers, their new offensive line. I think it's going to take a couple weeks. I could see the Chiefs winning this game by 10, especially how the Texans embarrassed them to start the game in the playoffs last year at home. I don't see the Chiefs coming out slow this time. Most of the time in the NFL, I'm going to take the points, but hey, got to go with my boys.
That's fair.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs too. When we first saw the spread, I was shocked to see 9.5 points. But for all the reasons that you said, I know I'm a big believer in David Johnson this year. I just don't know if this is the week that he blows up. So I got the Chiefs winning by at least 10.
So 9.5 points is a lot of points, especially week 1 when things are uncertain. Granted, Kansas City is returning pretty much their whole damn team, but I'm going to go with the Texans here with 9.5. I just have to. Somebody has to. Come on.
It's such a big point spread.
It's a big one. It's the biggest one of week 1, I think, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to go Thursday Night Football. The Texans cover with 9.5. That's my pick. All right. So, game number 2. Green Bay Packers, they play the Minnesota Vikings. I'll start it off there. Let's see. The Vikings are favored minus 2.5. I'm going to go with the Packers here, though, with the advantage. I think the Packers show up to play. There's probably going to be no fans. I'm not sure on the fans in Minnesota at US Bank Stadium, but I'm going to go with the Packers. They got a lot to prove, even though they were in the NFC Championship game last year. I think it's with those 2.5 points, I think they get the win.
Yeah, it's a toss-up game for me, so I'm going to take the points with the Packers at 2.5.
I took the Vikings on this one.
Nice,
Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
All right. Game 3, Chicago Bears are playing at the Detroit Lions over at Ford Field. The Detroit Lions actually have 2.5 points. Or no, the Chicago Bears, have 2.5 points. So I'm going to go with the Lions here. I just think that the Lions have started off a lot of seasons in the recent history pretty strong before all their players die and get hurt. I'd like them to cover that. So, yeah, going Lions.
I got the Bears winning the NFC North. I got the Bears winning week 1. I'll take the Bears with the points.
Yeah, I went with the Lions on this one also. I think the Lions have no problem here.
Nice. All right, so next game, Indianapolis Colts. They face off with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars have 7.5 points. I'm going to go ahead and still go with the Colts on this, even though they, 7.5 points against them. I'm going with the Colts to win with more.
All right, I'm taking the points in the Jags, boys. This is the third biggest spread of the week. I don't think this, with COVID and everything, crybaby Rivers, I think he throws a couple picks, and, we see why he's going to be awful all year. Let's go Minshew Nation. I think he covers the spread.
Jeez, you're just attacking No way the Jags cover the spread. I got the Colts in this. That Jags defense is not going to be ready week one. It's too young, not established. No, not going to happen. The Colts rookie running back is more likely to run all over the Jags than the Jags rookie defense is going to be stopping the Colts.
All right, you heard it here. Gibby, big Jorts guy. Cheech, big Colts guy. All right. So next game, we have the Las Vegas Raiders playing at Bank of America Stadium with the Carolina Panthers. So the Raiders have 2.5 points. They're the favorite, but I'm going to take the Carolina Panthers here with my pick. I believe they cover that and they win by even more than that. I'd say they win by 7-10. That's just my hot take, but I'm taking Panthers with this one.
Well, I'm going to take the Raiders because the Panthers had the worst rushing D in the league last year, and Josh Jacobs is going to slice them up for about 30 fantasy points week one.
Ain't worried about that. Drafted some couple people.
Nah, CMC is going to get me about them 40 fantasy points going through this defense, so I got the Panthers winning this one.
Just on my own island.
Yeah.
All right, so next game, the New York Jets. Cheech's team, they face off with the Buffalo Bills over at Bills Stadium. Bills Mafia is going to be non-existent because we don't have a lot of fans in the stands. The Jets do have 6.5 points. The Bills are the favorite here. I'm going to go ahead and roll with the New York Jets because I do believe in the Jets at to a limit, But I think with those points, I think they take it.
Bills. That's all I got.
The Bills could give them 14.5 points, and then the Bills would still win.
I figured I was by myself on this one.
I have no faith in the Jets this season.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, man. I really think the Jets could actually be in a lot of games. And
Adam Gase likes Frank Gore, who's 37 years old, more than he likes Le'Veon Bell. And they got rid of Jamal Adams, and they don't have C.J. Mosley.
We'll see. Hey,
yeah,
that's why we're doing this.
Yep.
All right, so next up we have the Seattle Seahawks playing in Mercedes-Benz Stadium against the Atlanta Falcons. So the Falcons have 1.5 points. That's the spread. Seattle's favored to win. I'm going to take Seattle minus 1.5 points.
Yeah, I'm taking Seattle too. Their wide receivers are going to torch Atlanta's terrible secondary.
100%. Todd Gurley is going to pop off against the Seahawks, but the Seahawks are still going to win.
I think that could go both ways, though. I'm excited to see. That's probably one of the most, I'm excited to watch that game.
It'll be a good game, for sure.
Yeah. All right, so next we have the Philadelphia Eagles playing against the Washington renowned football team. Big football team guy. The Washington Red Potatoes are, they're not the favorite, obviously. They have 6 points. I'm going to go ahead and still go with the Philadelphia Eagles on this one, -6 week 1. If this was week 8, I might reconsider, but I'm going to go Eagles right here.
Yeah, I got to go with the Eagles too because they don't, the Red Potatoes don't have a running game, which means all the pressure's on Haskins, and you all know how we feel about him.
Yeah, Haskins is throwing 2 pick sixes. That by itself covers the spread.
All right.
Just no faith in him.
All right, so if you have the Eagles defense, start them week 1.
Yeah.
In fantasy. All right, next up we have the Miami Dolphins playing at Gillette Stadium against the New England Patriots. Cam Newton was just named the starter. So we have kind of a new team in New England. They lost a lot of pieces on defense, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go with the Miami Dolphins here, and they have 6.5 points in their favor just because it's in that division. They always play the Patriots tough. It's week 1. You never know what's going to happen. My money's on Miami right here, +6.5.
I'm going with the Pats. They got embarrassed week 17, and it's been all downhill, and it's all because of the Miami Dolphins. So Cam Newton and Bill Belichick are going to roll in and just run over the Fins.
Yeah, I've got this was a tough one for me because I wanted to go one way, I wanted to go the spread's too big though. I got to take the Dolphins. I think that I don't know who's going to start in Miami right now. Whether it's Fitz or whether it's Tua, I think that the Dolphins are going to just look better than they did last year, and I don't believe in Scam Newton at all. So I got the Dolphins.
It's going to be
Even
Fitz.
yeah.
It's with that week 1 matchup. It's going to be Fitz.
Yeah. So
I mean,
with 6.5 points, like Fitz can do it. All right, he went 10-6 with the Jets. So
that's a good stat that a lot of people probably don't know. So,
yeah.
All right. Next up, we have the Cleveland Browns versus the Baltimore Ravens over at M&T Bank Stadium. So the Ravens are at a deficit of 8 points. They are the favorite. Cleveland Browns have 8 for them. I'm going to go with the Browns on this one just because solely it's week 1. I don't think they repeat and pop off for 100 points like they did last year against Miami. It's week 1. The jitters, the pressure is there. I am a big Lamar believer, but yeah, I'm going the Browns to cover.
Browns.
Yeah, Browns also big Mayfield believer this year. Browns covering that spread.
Figured would have bet everything on that. All right, so we have the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals, led by Joe Burrow. They're playing at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The Chargers are the favorites by 3.5 points. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Chargers here. I'm just, this one was probably, I would say, top 3 hardest one for me because you never know what a rookie quarterback's going to do, what he's going to pan out like. It's and it's the Chargers too, so you never know what they're going to do. So yeah, I'm still going to stick with the Chargers minus 3.5.
Sticking with the Chargers as well. There's no fans in the stands. Big advantage for the Chargers.
They're used to it, baby. Like I said in the last episode, man, instead of going 16 away games, they have 16 neutral games.
I got the Chargers also. As much as we don't know about Joe Burrow, we don't know what Tyrod Taylor's going to do, though. So that's what's kind of crazy. I just think that the overall team is better for the Chargers, and that's why they're going to cover the spread.
All right. So now we get down to my toughest decision of the evening. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers take on the New Orleans Saints at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The Saints are favorites by 3.5 points. So I went ahead and took Tampa Bay in this one. I think I picked them to lose this in our divisional breakdowns, one of their 2 or 3 losses, but I think they lose by less than 3 points. So I'm going to go with Tampa Bay covering here.
I got the Saints.
Yeah, I got the Saints too. Saints are just going to beat them. At least a touchdown.
Yeah, I feel the same way. More continuity. Bucks, you don't know what's going to happen with them.
Yeah.
You guys just really hate the Bucks, don't you?
Chris Godwin's going to run too far for Tom Brady to throw it.
We'll see. Well, TB12's in the best shape of his life. Avocado ice cream.
Yeah, 42 years old. I bet he's in the best shape of his life.
All right.
Did you see him in the combine?
All right, now we have the Arizona Cardinals taking on the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers big favorites. They are favorites by 7 whole points. I'm going to go ahead and take the Cardinals on this one. I think they make it a game. The Cardinals could be, I'm not going to say a threat because I don't believe in that in the NFC West, but I do believe that the Cardinals can make this a game because they are a solid team-ish. First game of the season is just probably the hardest, I would say. So I'm gonna take the Cardinals here.
I'm going 49ers. Cardinals made a lot of good moves in the offseason. 49ers are pretty banged up at wide receiver, but the Cardinals, I don't think they addressed the O-line enough. And when you're playing the best D-line and it's week 1 of the NFL, defense always has the advantage because defense is simple. You go get the man with the ball, and no one's better than that than the 49ers.
Hey,
So I
we'll
think they
see.
cover.
We'll see if they're the best D line. I'm not sure if that's the case this year, but you make a good point though.
I got the Cardinals also. I'm just a big Cardinals fan, big Cardinals believer. 10-6 this season. This is going to be one of their losses, but it's a win when they covered the spread.
Cheech, big Cardinal guy.
Big Cardinal guy. Redbirds.
All right. Sunday Night Football opener in SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles over in Inglewood. The Dallas Cowboys, America's team, takes on the Los Angeles Rams. The Cowboys are the favorites, -2.5. You guys know where I'm going with this. This game is going to set the tone for the season for one of these squads, and I'm hoping, I'm praying, even though I don't pray, the Los Angeles Rams are going to win this game, and they're not going to need that spread. So I'm definitely going Rams here.
All right, so both teams barely missed the playoffs last year. They're both overpaying a quarterback. But the Cowboys' offensive weapons are going to be tough to contain. I don't know if the Rams have the secondary to do that.
We have one of the best secondaries in the league, buddy. Hey, look here, buddy.
I'll take – what do you want the over-under passing yards for that game?
It's week 1. It's week 1.
I'm just asking if they're the best. If they're one of the best secondaries, what's the over/under for passing yards?
You can't just throw out random shit like that. Like, we're just trying to figure out 2.5 points here. So
is Dak going to throw 300?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dak might, but he's also going to throw a couple picks. You know what I'm saying? So
I'd bet that Dak throws over 300 and doesn't throw 2 picks.
Ooh.
That's not a big statement. So I'm not going to make that bet.
Oh my God, that's a
legit
bet.
It's not. All
300.
And so he could throw for 500 yards and throw 3 picks, and I lose.
Do you want to make a bet just straight up? Who wins the game?
Sure.
$50. Rams.
Right.
Straight up.
Straight up.
God,
straight up.
Boring.
Hey, straight up, right?
Yeah, straight up.
No spread.
No spread. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Nosebleed bet.
Who was your pick?
The Cowboys.
Of course.
Cowboys, Raj. All right. I got the Rams here to cover the spread. Any spread that's like under 3 points is pretty fucking points in my point of view, just because like it's like not many teams lose by less than a field goal. But I don't know. I think the Rams are clever because they're home and new stadium, and Jared Goff just needs to make the city believe in him again.
I mean, Jared Goff's going to be a waiver pickup week 1. I'm telling you, in fantasy. Just look out for that. I'm telling you.
Then a waiver drop week 2.
Maybe. I didn't say that. The Cowboys don't have a strong secondary like they used to, in my opinion. So
yeah.
All right. So we're going to head towards Monday Night Football. I forgot the theme song, or I would.
You just played it.
No, I thought that was Sunday night. No,
Yeah,
Sunday night's.
Monday.
Yeah. All right, whatever. Sunday night's like Carrie Underwood, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Waiting all night for a Sunday night. Yeah.
Yeah, where she destroys the pickup truck. That song.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Anyway, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers playing at the MetLife Stadium against the New York Football Giants. Danny Dimes and company, Saquon over there. Pittsburgh, they're 4-point favorites here. This one was a really tough one, but I'm going to still go with Steelers here. I think Big Ben comes back and kind of does his thing, and I'd like the Steelers to take this by more than 4 points. Yeah.
Yeah, even if Big Ben comes back at 50%, he's still better than old Ducky and whoever the terrible quarterback was there last year. I got the Steelers at -4 as well.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if the Giants score a touchdown here. Steelers are winning.
Yeah.
Like the Steelers defense is just good. And Danny Dimes, stop.
Have we ever seen a quarterback situation like the Steelers last year that was as bad? Like in our lifetime.
The Chiefs. The Chiefs. We were rolling with some pretty bad guys. Matt Castle, Tyler Thigpen. It was awful. They couldn't throw the ball 10 yards. A wide receiver didn't have a touchdown catch one year.
That is
for the
true.
whole
Yeah.
year.
That's
Yeah.
tough. It's
All
tough.
they did was throw it to Jamal Charles. So yeah,
But still,
That's an
though,
impressive stat.
yeah, it is. All right, you win there. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
our last game for week 1 are pick'ems. And by the way, we are playing this for a competition between ourselves at the Nosebleeds.
Yeah.
The person who has the most amount of pick'ems by week 16 gets what did we decide on? A jersey,
A
right?
jersey. Yeah,
Yep.
a jersey.
Jersey of our choosing. So yeah.
So legit, good jersey.
Hoping it's not a hockey jersey, so I'll actually probably meaning I need to win if it's not going to be a hockey jersey. So yeah, because those are more expensive. So the last game of week 1, the Tennessee Titans play the Denver Broncos over at Mile High Stadium. So the Broncos are actually the favorite here, -1.5. I'm still going to go with the Tennessee Titans just because that home field is so big over there. People talk about the altitude. You can get over the fucking altitude. Altitude is such a pussy cop out for me, but I'm going to go with the Titans here.
I'm going to go with the Titans as well. I don't know who tackles Derrick Henry. They're really good at pass rushing. They're not good at run defense.
Drew Lock's going to just tear them up. A 1.5 point spread, like I said already, is pointless. I'm taking the Broncos.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
All right, so that's been our pick'ems for week 1. Hopefully we can come back each week and kind of let you know our thoughts. If you're a gambler, if you're a sports guy, just listen here and you can probably win a whole bunch of money because we know exactly what we're talking about 100% of the time. All right, it's been a Nosebleed Perspective. Thanks for tuning in. Follow us on Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, blah, blah, blah. Thank you. Appreciate that.